There is this new indie game called sHour that came out on Steam and GOG on the 2nd of March 2022, developed by Benjamin, Thing of Its Own Hour, and published by Goblin Studio. It was first released on itch.io and was in development from February 2021. I had been playing the demo of it on and off since October, and didn't originally plan on reviewing this, but a friend of mine, the Double D player, decided to help me out. sHour combines the turn-based overworld map that the heroes of Might and Magic have with real-time battles. The player may choose from 11 factions with unique playstyles, then fight in many maps, including user-made ones. If you're not satisfied with how the game operates, there's an advanced tab over here where you can fine-tune the balance to improve your overall experience, and there's also mods too. The game mainly boils down to choosing a faction, then hero, and trying to level said hero whilst recruiting armies, so you'll eventually be able to steamroll through other players on the map. Although simple, there's a lot of strategic depth on how one picks the faction, heroes, and armies. One can end up spending hours and hours to simply perfect a playstyle and experiment on what works. If you're like me and love to experiment on things in a game, then this game is a great investment. To put it bluntly, dear viewer, it's as addicting as crack, yet combined with the turn-based overworld map, it can be engaging and flexible in time usage as well. The autosave mechanic and this highly innovative load screen makes it a lot easier to get back into the game after, say, perhaps an urgent business call or something. If single player is not your thing, the game has local hot seat multiplayer, complete with Steam Remote Play, so your friends that don't have the game can join you too. For game balance, I can't exactly comment on it since I'm not that good at strategy games. There are plenty of people who know more about the game than I do, and they've been able to pull off 1v3 versus hardcore AI, which is far beyond what I managed to accomplish here. Besides, the balance is open to suggestion, so anything I would have said will probably be subject to change in the future. And there's technically a plot here hidden somewhere, but unlike Dark Souls where you can assemble a plot through reading item descriptions, there's none of those here. But there is some information on what is going on in the game's lexicon. sHour uses animated pixel art for their units. It's not exactly Castlevania Symphony of the Night levels of detail, but it's serviceable. Trust me when I say that the pixel sprites start to not matter when the battle gets very hectic. Despite its simple-looking graphics and low requirements, I noticed that this game often causes my laptop to slow down whilst recording footage for the game, which is something to keep in mind if you plan on obtaining footage for the game. If there's one thing that I think could be improved, it'd be how the UI doesn't scale well on my screen in windowed mode. It might not be noticeable on video though. In terms of audio, the game does not disappoint, each faction having its own theme and town songs complete with bell music. The sound effects are decent enough to the point where playing the game with no music doesn't sound all that odd, unlike a certain game I've reviewed here. Other than that, the game costs $18 on both Steam and GOG, and can cost higher or lower depending on where you live. I generally recommend the game since it's a blast to play, worth a score of 5 out of 5. That's all I have to say, and as usual, have a nice day.